Hi, everybody, and welcome to Book Club with Bae challenge mode because Addie has to do the Kalona dance the entire time or we kill her.
Okay, can I at least wait till we start?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
Because I'm going to die.
I am Bae, and this is Bae. Say hi, Bae.
Hi, babe.
And this is other Bae. Say hi.
Hello. God, I forgot that I made that promise. That was my oath.
Your
The look
oath,
on
your
your
vow,
face was-
your curse, and
I'm
your
sorry.
falling.
The look on your
Spell.
face was great. That was totally worth it. Oh, God. Woo! Yes, book club hype less than 28 days until BTBO are released, and I will, I will say,
I love myself.
if you guys
love you
would
too.
like, if you guys want to order signed copies and you want them to you before, or on the release day, or around the release day, then I would say order them now. So that we can make sure that we have all of the ones that we need in stock. So that's another thing.
Do it.
Yeah. Anyway, but yes, less than 28 days. We are excited.
We are.
Yay!
And we're going to be doing a midnight stream on the 25th.
Yes, we'll start announcing it in Discord and all the locations, Twitter, Instagram, all of the locations.
I'll make like a pretty picture for it.
Yes.
All the fun stuff.
Yay!
But
yeah. We're in book release month.
I'm excited.
Yay!
So good.
So, that's revealed. Just kidding. All right. Kalona's Fall. That's where we are.
Yes.
Kalona's Fall.
So, do we stand or no stand?
I'm kneeling. I'm halfway there.
You see, that's okay. I'm glad you said that because we were nervous that, like, Maggie, you already pre-ordered.
Don't say
Gonna pre-order again.
Yeah, let him just order 50.
Stop it. He funded the book. Like, knock it off.
I know, right?
And okay, so that's like we were like nervous. We were like, okay, what if Mari hates it? Like,
look, honestly, as far as the quality of writing goes, it's better than a lot of the other books, but still not good. Yes. As far as the change of pace and story goes, it was nowhere near as oh my god, kill me. It's definitely nowhere near as oh my god, kill me as the series.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then the other novellas, this is, I think I've said this previously, but this is pretty much the only novella that's actually relevant for us to read.
Yes, I completely agree.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for one thing, I've started Redeemed. I know you finished it, Addie, and I know you've read it.
Yeah.
But I've started it. It's the one novella that doesn't get a hardcore recap constantly.
Yeah.
In the first chapter.
That you wouldn't
here's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that you wouldn't get like preached to. And the other thing as far as the writing goes, and Addie, like when Addie and I go through our notes, because we listen to it together, we will talk about this, but the quality of writing on the technical level, not the story level.
Yeah. The story still made no sense at the end, but
whatever. Technical level was we have theories about what the fuck happened.
Yes, we do.
And we'll get into that. But but whenever it is relevant, we always start with characters. So obviously we have Kalona. There's Erebus, who is his twin, and we'll get into that. And then there is Nyx.
She's actually the Nike logo.
Yeah, now? she's just the Nike logo. The Nike logo, and that's it. That's what she looks like. Also, okay, real quick. So it's established in this that Nyx can turn into any race.
Yes.
And was like I said, so like I am almost never somebody who's like, well, that's weirdly offensive. but that's weirdly offensive. Is it or no? Like,
I think the way that they explained it away why she changes race throughout the book, it made sense.
Yeah,
it was just look, whatever race I go to goddess with, I make sure I look like them.
Yeah. I guess just knowing what the arguments are, I can see why people would be a bit miffed about it, because like her preferred like primary guise is like super white and blonde, and then she appears to everybody and like, what, you know what I mean?
And of course her favorite race is grandmama's people.
Right. So like, wouldn't it make sense if her favorite, like, I don't know, like maybe if naturally she kind of just changed her appearance on her own more?
Yeah, I think
it would make a little more sense.
Yeah, I think like the general appearance we get from Nyx is, like, the pale, the silver blonde hair, all that stuff. And that makes sense considering, she's the goddess of night.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. But, like, so I get why that's her primary thing, because, she looks like a moon. But also, I also find it weird that she's like, look, my favorite peeps to spend time with are, these Native American people who look nothing like my preferred image, but I always look like this while I'm with them. Like, I would think that would be more her favorite face to wear.
Yeah, like it would become, it would become her favorite guys, or at least like if she likes doing that at least it would fit her personality to kind of change it up,
Yeah.
Rather than it's, I don't know, maybe I know I'm reading too much into it, but the way that it could be taken is that her primary one is like the pretty, it's almost like it's the prettiest one or something. And so that's why she does it, which again is weirdly reminiscent of not like traditional blackface, but it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little weird in the way that it's done. And I don't know that it, like I said, I'm not necessarily sensitive to it, but it's just one of those things that when you're putting something out to the public, no matter what your personal sensibilities are, you need to be thinking about those things and just handle it with a little more tact than that. But I don't know. But
we're talking about PC and Kristen. There's no tact.
But the thing is, like,
we're talking about the same people who literally wrote the line, "I'm gay, of course I can cook."
Exactly. Or like,
I'm gonna go do faggy stuff now.
Damien walked away gaily. Like, but also it's like, this is coming from a major publishing house, and that's what also doesn't make sense to me, because even if they don't catch it,
the publisher should be like,
how does like the editor for the publishing house not catch it?
I don't know. Honestly, how did they not catch almost anything in this entire? How did this series become a series?
But it could also be the year that it came out, because it came out in what, 2000 and...
Oh, actually, babe, what year was the Sage? What year was the Sage?
Huh?
What year was the Sage? Was it 2014?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can see why something wasn't like changed about it in 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, things were a lot less, then. Just give me a sec.
Yeah. We also have the Mother Earth, like, creator of the world character, too.
That's one thing that I'm actually confused about, because literally last book or the book before, Mother Earth appeared to Grandma and she was like,
Addie was...
"Are you Nyx?" And she's like, "Nyx is one of my names." But now they're two different people.
Yeah.
So
is Mother Earth the mother of the gods as well, or
So
Yes,
something
I
that
think
I
so.
caught
so
about that
Kalona is Nyx's brother.
real quick before we
They're gods, it doesn't
start
matter.
talking about incest
Okay.
real quick. Something that I caught about that was that the god that Nyx said that she was Earth Mother.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's the
Oh.
distinction that matters, because they said that like she was the
Actually-
god of the Cherokee Earth Mother, not Mother
Yeah.
Earth. So I think
Yeah, okay.
I think
Yeah,
the
yeah, it's
swap.
two different. Yeah.
So check your logic real quick. She asked, when did Addie dye her hair red? Like, when was it?
2 months
Like
ago.
2 months ago. Yeah. And it doesn't look like it on camera, but our hair is actually two very different colors.
Yes,
Hers is a lot
they
more
are.
pink than mine is.
Yeah.
Whereas mine is the like bright ass fire engine.
Mm-hmm.
Yours is still super bright. Although
Yeah.
we were in the ocean. So
Oh,
it's
that
not
was funny.
bright anymore.
Oh,
But-
that was super funny. But
Yeah, no, streaming with these two is making me think I should go back to red because
Do
I'm
it.
the only blonde here.
do it.
I
Let's
would
just
get it.
the three of
I think
us.
I think I would get in trouble if I was not blonde anymore.
I like you blonde though.
Blonde
Yeah,
does fit you.
I like being blonde.
Yeah. Don't.
I need to get my roots done again because I'm getting dark again.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Um,
irrelevant.
Anyway, but yeah, so I think that's the situation. Anyway, on to the next bit. Because she didn't have sex with anybody. She just did a spell, and we'll get into all that.
That's
so
also
we can
true. Yes,
so
let's
once
dive
we're
right in.
and then there are sprites, or not sprites,
Faye.
fae,
Yep.
and
magic
I
fae.
think who it's indicated heavily that become the sprites
yes,
because they get permission to chill out wherever old magic still exists. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and Mother
then
Earth
there's
like steals the fae like a
Yeah,
dick.
throughout the series. Or throughout
Yep.
the book.
Mother Earth is an asshole.
yeah.
I didn't
And
know
what the frig is the little other thing that's not a fae but keeps getting called a fae and gets very upset that she's called a fae thing? What's that
I
one's name
forget what
again?
her name is.
Yeah, we didn't write down her name, but she's like, you're talking about Nyx's like lady's maid,
Little-
essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
her
no,
little.
She
little.
does her hair and she dresses her. She's her lady's maid.
What is
Yep,
her
her
name?
li- It'll be in the book. I will find it.
Okay. Because I'm like, oh, I forget. The white bull is in here.
Yeah, the white bull's in here. The black isn't the black bull? No, the
brief-
white bull's only in there.
I think briefly.
Yeah,
The
the
black
sun
bull-
and
bull
the white
is in
bull.
there. We do see the origin of the black bull.
yeah, and then the sun and the moon are characters
Mhm.
briefly. There's a shaman that's a thing, and I think that's it.
Oh, we also get to meet the first vampire.
Yes, we do meet the
Briefly.
first vampire.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, open. Okay, I'm just opening the book now to see this thing's name because I also want to
Yes.
see what it is again. I can't remember.
I know it's just one of the fae that can talk. Or she's a different race of fae.
Yeah,
she's
because
the
there are lots of fae.
Mm-hmm. But she's like the only one that can actually speak to Nyx. Or
Yeah.
in general.
Because they can all
Uh,
communicate like with each other, but they can't
Mhm.
Lloyd.
necessarily. Yeah, Lloyd. What is her name?
later.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's
She's a dryad.
Yes. There we go.
She's an evil little thing.
Mhm,
That makes
she
me-
is.
okay. Never mind. All right. Anyway, moving on.
Okay, so plot
Yep.
Yeah.
/ notes.
To the plot.
Um,
So
Oh wait, we got my verdict. What was your verdict? Were you
Oh,
are you
right.
guys
We're the
feeling
same.
too?
we're the
yeah,
same.
so we reluctantly stand most of it. I think it's like we have whether or not we stand by chapter,
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
we do.
and because it's mixed, and we had mixed feelings, and we were reluctantly like, "What the fuck is going on? Why did we
Yeah.
like this?"
For sure, the
Yeah.
last chapter was the worst, though. We do not stand the ending.
Yeah. Oh, also, now that I'm actually flipping through the actual book itself, because each chapter in this book starts off with a quote from within the chapter. And I thought I must, like, that there must have been a glitch of some sort when I was formatting the audio book.
That's what I thought too, because like we were just driving down the road and I was like, wait, did this chapter just start over? And I was like, oh no, it didn't.
Yeah,
that happened. She was like, what? And then I was like, no, it's a little different. But what the fuck? Like, it was so weird.
Yeah.
But
so now it makes sense.
Yeah. So chapter 1. Our first note is did the cast write this, because it's ... good and poetic?
Yeah, it was actually like the intro, I was intrigued. Like I was like, the cast did not write this. Like this is not a thing. They hired a ghostwriter. Like
Yeah, exactly. And like, so it's the creation of the universe, Nyx's creation, how all the other immortals like were there and now they're gone. And also we find out that Nyx has a raven form.
yes.
Was kind of interesting. And another reason why we don't really think that they wrote it is because when magic is called, it's just called, and there's no like, no, like,
yeah, no, it's just, oh, can you do a thing, please?
It's just like, and then she called blah blah to her, and they don't put anything.
It's not in dialogue. It's just in the internal dialogue, which is, or in the narrative, which is so much nicer and less awkward.
Right. Like it was very pleasant to read the beginning.
Yeah.
Or to listen to it.
I'm not gonna lie though, it didn't click that Erebus and Kalona were naked when they got made.
Oh yeah.
There's a picture of it.
Oh my god, I didn't even look at the
Give me a second. You don't like it, they're crashed over. Like it's not,
but
crashed.
I still have to appreciate the drawings in this book.
I want to see
honestly that. They're better than,
they're more graphic novel-ish.
They're better than the Raven Mocker. So that looks
this
one's Kalona and that one's Erebus.
They're much more graphic than the other ones. Like,
honestly, the
everything
thing
else
is
was
that it looks like they hired a 12-year-old.
Who's next?
It genuinely looks like they hired a 12-year-old who is a talented artist to do this.
Yeah, they're not bad, but they're not.
They're very
simple.
Than the others, though.
Well, they're not bad. They're just not refined at all, and they're not. Like I said, they would be good if it was like a kid drawing them.
I saw one later on, and it's like Nyx like skinny dipping. There we go.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Sorry, Maggie said oof. And I don't mean to be insulting. It's just that, like, if a 12-year-old were to be like, I drew this, I'd be like, oh my god, wow. If an adult were to be like, I drew this, I'm an artist, I'd be like, oh, that's
cute. See, as an art student, like, that's just a different style. It's not necessarily bad for that style. It's actually fairly good for that style. It's just different than a realism drawing. It's just a graphic drawing.
So, like, for me, it's not that it's not realistic. It's just that the line work is shit.
If a student turned that into me, I'd give him a good grade. Like,
yeah, but that's a student. That's different.
Student. I am a student.
I know.
It's different. Like, if a college student turned that into me, I'd give him a good grade.
Yeah. I just
they're not bad.
No, they're not bad drawings at all. They're better than the other ones, in my opinion, because they're trying to be like realism graphite drawings. It's like it's more trying to put down the graphic novel style, which I think is
I don't think that they're trying to be. I'm not like saying that it's trying to be realistic. I just think that it's not done well, which is my opinion. I don't think that
moving on.
Style. Anyway. Yeah. So
book.
With the book.
Yep. Yes. So we start off at the creation of the universe. Yes. And Mother Earth makes a thing, and she saw it was good, and then she made another thing, and she saw it was good, and on the 7th day she took a rest.
Yep. Oh, that's another thing that we liked was that it was very reminiscent of kind of like a biblical narrative, but
it was very Genesis.
Yeah, and the way it was done was kind of cool.
Yeah,
honest.
We were like aliens wrote this,
and some of the. You can forgive a lot of the corniness, like when Nephirite does her spell work, for example. It's so corny, and you're like, ugh. You can forgive a lot of the corniness in this book because
that's
of
what we
the
said.
Type of story it is.
Because it makes a lot more sense for the olden time, like ancient time thing. So it's like, oh well, they talk differently. And modern times, you can't excuse that shit, man.
And also, like we were talking about with how these offshoot stories, like whether it would be an anthology or a story like this, like a novella like this, how they should just be fun and just kind of adding some backstory that you don't necessarily need. It's just fun. So listening to it isn't just like, for fuck's sake, you're just kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like this was interesting and like the best of the novellas.
Although this book does, completely show that Nyx is a dum-dum. All of this could have been avoided if she literally just said no. When they said lover and warrior, playmate and friend, they meant one of you is lover and warrior, one of you is playmate and friend. He is this, you are this, and that's all.
Yeah.
Instead, she was like, let's play the Bachelorette now. Because that sounds like fun.
Mm-hmm.
And even though Erebus knows and she knows, Kalona doesn't know, and they both know that Kalona doesn't know. And they're like, he needs to work it out himself. It's like, or you could just tell him.
Yep.
Yeah. So, another thing about the beginning is that Nyx and Mother Earth actually have different speech patterns, which tell you a lot about their personalities without like the exposition. And then also the way that Nyx talks in this, she's never spoken with like this kind of speech pattern. And then the verbiage used in the actual narrative, like there's so many, the diversity of words.
Yeah.
It's a lot. And I don't believe they figured out how to use a thesaurus. So again, somebody else fucking wrote this. They didn't write this.
Either that or they did, and they just had an amazing editor who just kept like 5 words in the whole thing.
Yeah, this definitely does feel like it was written by someone else.
Yes.
I mean, there's still well enough in there to know that it was them. Like, for example, all of the so moted bees and the love, always love.
The fact that Kalona is evil because he doesn't want Nyx to fuck anyone else.
There's that too.
And then there are a couple bits of dialogue where I'm like, oh, yep, there's the cast.
Yeah. Wait, I texted you one. I just need to get this out now because it's actually towards the beginning. Mother Earth's smile was as promising and fertile as a meadow in spring.
Yeah.
What does a fertile smile look like?
I don't know. And it's weird.
There's the cast. There they are.
Like
we found them.
You can find them lurking around corners, but for most of the book, they're not there.
Yeah, most of the book.
Every so often, you get a cast cameo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do.
Yes, there it is.
So that's why I'm thinking, like Addie just said, editor, and that's it.
Very good editor.
Yeah,
very good.
Maybe the characters are improving their choices. Since they don't override the characters' whims. You're right, Maggie.
Yeah, so chapter 1's like just the creation, and our official verdict was overall, we stand.
Yeah, that was a good chapter.
Yeah, so, pretty much Earth is made, gods are there. Mother Earth has a nap for centuries, wakes back up.
And all the gods are gone except for Nyx.
Yeah. And she's like, but where? And Mother Earth's like, she needs a present.
Yeah, and so she gets her the little...
Let's get her a fuck buddy.
Yes. Then Nyx is like, oh, Mother Earth, I am so alone. I would love it if I just had someone. Oh, who do you want? Warrior, lover, playmate, and friend.
And then chapter 2, which is where Nyx is going to tea with Mother Earth. And then we get the whole Kalona and Erebus creation thing.
Which is very cool.
But first she gets her Cinderella moment with all of the Fae.
Right, yeah, I know.
The Fae dress her like Cinderella.
Right. Yep.
And then you get Leota?
Yes.
Loida. Sorry.
Yeah, like lotus flower, but with an
Loda.
Yep. So,
and it's reading it though, there's just a random apostrophe thrown in there. It's L''OTA.
All right.
So it could also be Laota.
Yes. Oh well.
We'll go Loda.
Yeah, we'll
That's what the audiobook said. Sorry. Yeah. What
so
were you saying?
Loda, I think it's in this part, is like already resentful that she helps Nyx do things and stuff.
The groundwork's being laid for it, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's really cool. Kalona and Erebus' creation is just really cool, though. It's really cool.
Yeah, I thought so. Because in the thing, Mother Earth is like, okay, I'm going to make you a lover, warrior, playmate, and friend. She goes to the sun and the moon, and they're like, yeah, but bitch, what do we get out of it? And she's like, Moon, you can have creation over the tides and shit. And you and I were like, oh.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like, and the sun, you can do seasons. And we were like, oh, that's interesting. And that was...
Which is cool.
Like, we were like, okay.
I was like, that's an Easter egg of real life. Wow, y'all.
We were like, okay, all right, whatever.
Yep.
Because it's just like fun information that you don't need. So, yeah. And then we get the creation, and there is haiku, which I don't like just because I hate haiku. But like, even if it was like a ghostwriter or just an editor, they kind of can't undo, or a good editor wouldn't undo things that are established in the series.
Where's the haiku?
There's like one stanza of it in the entire spell, and then they stop doing it.
Well, no, what they actually do is the sun remains shining all the time during the summer, like in Alaska and like northern Canada and stuff like that, how the sun never sets. That's what Nyx gives the sun in exchange for making Airbus.
Yeah, Airbus.
That I'm actually missed this bit though. I'm just got like flipping through the pages. I mustn't have been paying attention to this bit. There was only supposed to be one, and then there were two.
Yeah.
And Mother Earth is like,
something went wrong. Something went wrong. Why are there two of them? Yeah, it was just supposed to be one guy.
And so
we get two
because the sun and the moon apparently are both male, and as biology dictates, two men can't make a baby. So I guess there had to be two.
Yep.
Yeah. But during the whole spell part, with all the poetry and stuff, it is nowhere near as cringy as any other spell poem thingy ever written in House of Night.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's still an awkward English spell, so it's still awkward, but it's not like murder.
And it didn't.
Fitting.
I mean, there was rhyming, but it wasn't like, it wasn't A, B, B, C, C. It was, it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, D, etc.
Yeah, like it's not
every fourth line rhymes.
Yeah, like there wasn't anything ridiculously forced about it.
Yeah, it's probably the least awkward spell they've done.
Yeah, for sure. And again, with the fact that she was never like, come to me.
Yep. Yep.
And this spell is one of the few spells in this book as well. And lately the series that doesn't have So Mote It Be in it. And I'm grateful to that because I cringe every time I hear the word the term So Mote It Be now.
Isn't it in this book though?
Yeah.
It is in this book, but not in this spell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and this spell is long. So for them to have a long spell and to not fuck it up is like,
well done. Well done, you.
Yeah, no, good job.
Like, so, that was another good chapter.
We stand. But just to kind of reiterate sort of what we have not danced around, but like haven't said all together, but we have said, I'm just going to say it all at once. Yeah, like Bae said, there was supposed to be 1, and then there was 2. And then, like Addie said earlier, it was like warrior and lover, playmate and friend. That was the thing. So Kalona is warrior and lover. Erebus is playmate and friend. Because they got split. But like, so even though the narrative says it, nobody fucking says it out loud.
Yeah.
And that's the fucking conflict.
Well,
which is
that's the conflict.
Well, the thing is they do say it out loud, but it's just when Nyx and Erebus are having their heart to heart later on. He's like, I'm cool being a playmate and friend, and he can be a warrior and lover. Like, cool. And
he's all right in the friend zone. He was made to be in the friend zone. Like,
and he's cool with that. But they never ever once, because like this book takes place over, like the majority of this book takes place over what, like 2 weeks at most?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not long.
Week and a half, 2 weeks. But then it's like time jump for like however many centuries later.
A long time.
And he's still got the same problem. And it's just like, why has no one told him?
Talked about it. Literally, Kalona never would have fell if Nyx had just been like,
you idiot.
You're my warrior and lover.
They made an oath not to talk about the things that happened that night, meaning that they can't have a heart-to-heart all like, look, I don't want to ride his dick.
I just want to ride yours.
Like, they can't go to him and just be like, hello, I don't want to do things with her snoochadoodle. We don't want to do the butterscotch dance. She only wants to do the butterscotch dance with you. I, Erebus, your brother, who doth like you, condone your relationship. Who doth like you,
exactly. He likes Kalona. So it doesn't make sense that he's been a dick to Kalona in the actual series.
Yeah, and I wish for you two to be together forever and ever.
Well, no,
conflict. What the fuck?
The reason he's being a dick to Kalona in the series is because Kalona hasn't worked it out yet.
Yeah, I know. I understand it.
He's not allowed to go back to Nyx's realm until he's worked it out. And it's like someone could have just told him centuries ago.
And he never would have fell. And none of this would have happened. Nothing would have happened.
There wouldn't have been a need for Zoe to be super special fledgling. And this is really all Nyx's fault.
This
whole
series is Nyx's fault.
The problem is that because you're right. They're like, you can't come back until you work it out. But the thing is, from the beginning, they were like, you have to be in a threesome. And Kalona was like, well, I don't want that. And so how is he supposed to work out that Nyx doesn't want to be in a threesome if everything that's happened implies she wants that threesome? What the fuck?
Yeah, no, like, all that needed to be said is like, look, he's my BFF, you're my BF. Okay? Yep. 1 F, 2 Fs. Done. That's all he needed, the clarification that that Erebus has an extra F.
Can you, SGA, can you pin Maggie's latest message? Yep.
It is ridiculous.
The fact that this all happens just because Nyx can't just step it up and be like, he's friend zoned, dude. You're fine. Like, Anyways.
Erebus and I go frolicking through the fields while you're off doing the slaying, and then I come home and make sweet, sweet love to you. Done.
Yeah. Like, we just play Mario Kart together. Like, it's fine. Like, what? Like, it's cool.
Especially at the end as well, when Kalona sees the cats and he's just like, "Urgh." And it's just like, look, he gave me a cat, you gave me a race. Like, I think the race is better than the cat. That's all she had to tell him.
Yeah.
But she doesn't say, she's just an unappreciative dick.
Yeah, she is.
For everything. But
there is a reason why people say open communication in relationships is healthy. Because this is what happens when you don't have open communication.
The world almost ends about 500 times. And we get a brat like Zoe.
Yep.
And we get a 12th book full of the word supplicant. Sorry, I'm dreading the next book. I haven't started it yet, and I'm just dreading it.
I already finished it. I have my feelings on it. We'll talk about it on Saturday.
So, chapter 3.
I'm going to get a supplicant count for Saturday as well.
All right, I'm ready. So, chapter 3, introductions, and then they have to do a test. And the first one,
prove that they're worthy to. Mother Earth has decided that they need to prove that they're worthy to go to Nyx's home.
Yeah, and this is when, and this is when we got the theory. We were like, oh my god, Kalona's gonna make vampires.
Yeah. Well, and since I already read Redeemed, I had read a mild spoiler about that, and I was like, oh, so it made sense, and so there you go.
We're ready for Kalona to make vampires like right then, and that's not what happened.
No, it happened very differently than I anticipated.
Yeah.
But we were like, he's gonna make vampires, because when she said make stuff, I was like, he's gonna make vampires, and then he's gonna make the Sons of Erebus. Not how it worked out in this book, but that's more or less what ends up happening.
Yeah.
Sort of. Not really. Because I don't think Erebus makes the Sons of Erebus. I think they're just the warriors. And they name themselves after Erebus.
Yeah, because Kalona has been forgotten in the vampire world.
Yeah, because they really would be
the Sons of Kalona.
Sons of Kalona.
That doesn't really flow as well, does it?
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
But
Kalona's kids, the KK. It's okay.
Oh god.
Retro. Crescent turns white.
No, that would be Kalona's cool kids for the K. Kalona's crazy. Kalona's
crazy kids. Crazy kids.
The KCK. It's the KCK. Everything's fine. Anyway, on this one, we were like, we stand.
Yes, we still stand.
Yeah, and then so that's just it. And then Mother Earth is a dick.
Yeah, she is.
Honestly, though, I feel like though as well, our relative perspective is like while these are like we're standing so far.
Mm-hmm.
It's relative to the series. I just feel the need to point that out. It's very relative to the series.
It is. It's because we have 50 books of garbage to compare it to.
Yes. If this was like halfway through a Mercy Thompson book.
Oh, we'd be like, what the fuck? Like, oh yeah, no, if this was like written by anybody else, we would just be like, what the hell? I think our expectations are just very
They are. Our expectations are very low.
But I think part of it as well though is it's a book with a backstory of a character that is, relatively interesting. It's a character that we like, and there's no Zoe.
Yeah. Because I fucking love Kalona. I love Kalona. And so like it was actually
question. Would you fuck a bird to have Kalona in your life? You wouldn't pull a Stevie Ray to have Kalona be a permanent part of your life?
I don't think I could be Stevie Ray.
Oh my god, wait. Babe, put down your vape.
Oh no.
Money. Because she's actually Mother Earth. So this works
yes.
really well. I want a lover and warrior, playmate and friend. Sorry, I didn't do it. I felt like that was the most appropriate use of that joke.
Thank you for the warning.
Right. You're welcome. I was like, it's the first time, probably the last time I'll actually do it. But I did it. Go me. I'm proud.
And so Kalona tries to do something and then blows up a tree because our first trials have to make something out of air.
Yes. Yeah. And he's like, what a bullshit element. And which I thought was funny.
Fuck you, Erebus.
Yeah, he fucking hates it.
And the other thing that was really funny, was that Kalona was like, and how do you even do this? Oh
yeah. Air?
Come to me? What the fuck? Like, and then the narrative was like, Kalona felt weird talking out loud to a fucking intangible element. Like,
yeah.
And so I was like,
I'm glad we acknowledge this.
We stand the whole thing right now because of that line. Go Kalona.
Your Jew just came out. Your Jewish grandmother just came out, babe.
Oh god.
I do like that. Yeah, he was just like, honestly, it seems like they understand their readers in the last two books, because last book had Aphrodite being like, and then she did a rhyming prayer and fuck that noise and what's over there. And this one,
I'm very confused.
And then this one was, Kalona's like, fuck this noise as well. It's like, nope.
I'm convinced that Aphrodite is just the reader.
Aphrodite.
The reader.
Aphrodite is us.
Yeah.
She is our spirit animal.
Oh, she is.
Yeah, so I think, what was he trying to do with the tree? Make it so big that it could be seen from Nyx's realm?
Yes, he was. And then it blew up somehow. Because air, I guess.
Yeah, and then Nyx had to come fix it.
Yeah. And then, I don't know, what adorableness ensued.
Yeah, because the natives got really confused. Yeah. They're like, Kalona, the Silverwings, why?
And Kalona was like, wait, is that what's happening here? Kalona was just like, okay, hi, I'm Kalona.
I just love when, like, Nyx rocks up and, like, the natives are all just like, changing woman, save us from Kalona of the Silverwings.
And she's just like, what the fuck just happened?
She's like, oh, you precious, precious little winged man.
And then she's just like, what the fuck did you do? And he's like, I
tried.
And then she makes another tree, which we have two theories about which tree it is. One, it's a tree that's in Redeemed, or two, it's the cursed tree from House of Night.
I want it to be the cursed tree from House of Night.
But I think it's the tree that's integral to a storyline in Redeemed.
I headcanon it as the other one.
Yeah. I think it would be much funnier if it was the other one.
I need it to be the other one.
Well, I don't think it's the cursed tree because that's an oak tree. The one on the school grounds.
Yeah, and this one is a fruit bearing tree.
Yeah, it's a red fruit bearing tree.
And so that's why I think it's one that's talked about next stream.
Is it mentioned whether or not that tree is fruiting?
I think it is. I don't know. Grandma Redbird talks about it. We'll confirm or deny our theory.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye out for that when we need to. Yeah. We'll get back to you.
Yes, we will. I don't know what they do after it, but they do something where they go, she teaches him how to skip rocks on rivers, and he's like, I can't fucking do it, but it's still really cute. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we get all of the I like to look like whoever I'm being worshipped by at any given point in time.
Yep.
And that the Native Americans are her faves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then they become Kalona's faves.
Oh, and
just in a different way.
Meanwhile, ravens are following Kalona around pretty much constantly. They're around him, and he's like, "Go fuck away, birds! I won't fuck talk to you." And the birds are just like squawk, 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 and Kalona's just having an aneurysm over the.
He's like,
in the
"How
corner.
obnoxious!"
Yeah, yeah.
Little does he know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, and then so because how their tasks work is they're gifted with use of an element until one of them says, "Okay, I'm ready for the test now," and then the other one just has to like shape up or ship out type thing, and then they lose control of that element. So Kalona was practicing, and then it's time to actually
do the thing.
And what do they each do?
He made a tornado, and he was like, "Look, it's so fucking cool!" And then it goes out of control and almost like wipes out a forest. I don't remember what Erebus did.
Erebus did a pretty color show.
Oh, okay. There you go.
That I think actually saved everything from the tornado.
It did. Well, yeah, he made a rainbow, basically.
Yeah. Earth Mother's angry, and Nyx gives him another chance, though.
Earth Mother clearly has a favorite son.
Yes. Oh, yes. Because she and Erebus are like hanging out behind the scenes, and that's like confirmed. Erebus like, yeah, no, I go visit her.
We go. We have tea. We play. We play video games. We do all the fun stuff. And Kalona's just like, why does she hate me so much?
Yep.
Poor Kalona.
And Kalona chooses water for the next trial.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I said we still stand because it makes us feel things.
Yeah.
And then, what? Yeah, then they have like another date thing, I guess.
Yes, he makes her a boat, and he doesn't want her to fuck his brother, and she says, "Boo, you whore." Essentially, this is the whole. Well, I don't really want you to fuck Erebus, and she's like, but why?
Even though she doesn't want to.
Yeah, I know. It could just be very easily solved right here, right now. Oh, I don't really want to fuck Erebus.
Yeah, like it would make more sense if he was asking something unreasonable, and she's like, you know what? I'm not even dignifying that.
Yeah.
With a response or an assurance.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, look, can we please do a monogamous thing?
Yeah.
And she's like, well, that's what I was planning, but now that you say it, how absolutely dare you? I'll fuck who I want, and you will be fine.
And then she's also like, how dare you not know?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I want without me fucking telling you that.
Yeah, when I'm actually literally acting to the contrary.
Absolute nutter butter.
Yeah. It's done.
Oh, one thing we haven't mentioned yet. Kalona's wings are silver in this book.
Oh, yes, yeah. Before the fall, they're silver, and they're like moonlight, so they're like different shades of like gray and white and like beigey, and just they're very pretty, apparently.
Yes.
And Erebus's wings are gold, and they like shed glitter, apparently.
I'm pretty sure Erebus shits glitter too.
Yeah, he's the favorite child, so.
He's the sunny one.
Yes.
Pun intended. So then what they do
the trials are next.
Yeah, so what Erebus is like, I'm ready, come to the stinky place, and he makes Old Faithful.
Mm-hmm. He does. Because their goals are like so that Nyx can see their gifts from the other world. So she's like, oh my gosh, I will definitely be able to see this. Oh my god. Ha 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 ha.
Okay, yeah, no, so then they're definitely that tree's I don't think that tree is the tree then, because they're in Wyoming. Because that's where Old Faithful is. And I get the impression that are they covering the entire continent though?
No, I think they're covering the entire Midwest.
Yeah, they're not.
Oh, okay. I thought they were like not necessarily like, you know, within like a town's limit, but I thought maybe like within a state's limit.
No, I think that they're just yeeting all up and down the Midwest.
I guess they've got wings, they can fly. She's a god.
Yeah, like yeah. Well, because doesn't he spend some time in the Mediterranean? Don't they say he's like in Greece for a while?
Yeah, for a while, when he's off practicing, like before the first task happens, he goes off to Greece.
Yeah, he goes off to the Apollo.
Yeah. And people are like, oh my gosh, Apollo. And he's just like, ha 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 ha, I'm just going to play my lute. Ha 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 ha. Or lyre, whichever one it is.
I'll be right back, you guys.
Okay.
My Jinx is whining his butt off.
Oh dear. Poor puppy.
I know, right? God, yes, he makes Old Faithful.
Yep. And what's Kalona do?
Kalona makes her a waterfall, and it goes really in depth on like the process, and it's very cute. Right. Yeah. Very, very cute. And this is the chapter where they have like the portrait of Nyx just skinny dipping because they get naked and they fuck at the waterfall. And she like calls fire to make the water warm so they can go skinny dipping, and then they just coitus it up, dudes. They just,
you and I
all of the coitus.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, they doing it right here, okay. Like,
I mean, the likelihood of them being caught is slim to none. Like there was like a few, like not many people around back then.
I know. Yeah, like people fucked in the woods all the time, but like still.
The woods was pretty much the only place to fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, and Outlander, I'm pretty sure they fuck in the woods more than they fuck anywhere else. So like. Also, before the second task happens as well, I'm pretty sure it's before then, Kalona and Loda have a chitty chat. Yes, they keep talking. Yeah, because he wants Nyx to come down for the boat thing.
Yeah. And yeah, Loda just keeps on having minor interactions with Kalona, so then that way when she's like,
hey, follow me, which actually is happening right now.
Yeah, and that one definitely made it. As soon as she was like, follow the bull prints to the cave, it's just like, okay, yeah, no, she's an evil little bitch.
Yeah, so she's evil, so she takes Kalona to the white bull.
Yeah.
Yes, the white bull, the one who likes to fuck Nefret.
And Kalona. And then there's like a shaman that's like, hey,
don't do this.
Don't go in the Cave of Wonders. And he's like, bish, fuck off.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same guy that was like, Nyx, save us, or whatever the hell they call her.
Yeah.
Save us from Kalona of the Silver Wings.
It is.
Same dude.
Meanwhile, Kalona's like living near this this little tribe, and they're like giving him gifts and stuff like that.
But the shaman's sus on him because Mother Earth is sending him premonitions.
Yes. And Mother Earth and him are like in cahoots. And so the shaman tells Kalona that he's going to be evil if he goes and talks to the bull and follows the bull's advice, which the bull essentially gives him the idea to create a race for her because they have spirit as their final task.
Yeah. Yeah, Nyx chose spirit as the element for the final task, and Kalona tried to put a new spirit into a tree, worked out trees have their own spirits already, and then he was going to make her a necklace with jewels and make all the jewels have spirits of their own. And that's why he went in the cave to find the jewels.
Yeah.
Well, like Loda's like, oh, come talk to the bull. He'll tell you where the jewels are.
And Kalona's like, okay.
Okay, you annoying little thing. Yeah, and then he's like, instead of making something lifeless come to life, how about you put more life into a already
lifeful thing? Yeah. And this is the next part is Nyx and Erebus having their talk. Because Kalona's been like ignoring her not ignoring her. Nyx has been like, oh, I'm giving Kalona space to figure out his final task, so I'm going to go hang out with Erebus. And Erebus is like, yeah, I mean, I'd fuck you, but you don't want to fuck me. You want to fuck my brother, and that's okay with me. And so she's like, oh, Erebus, you made me so happy. And Kalona, like, shows up and is like...
Because Loda orchestrated that whole thing.
And then he flies away really sad. He's very, very sad.
Yes, he is. And then... does he do anything before the shaman stabby thing happens?
No, like that's the next part is like he's like, oh, I'm ready. Or no, she's going to go visit him because she's like, oh God, I need to talk to him. I need to tell him I love him. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah. And then and then the shaman decides to sacrifice a maiden to stop Kalona from becoming evil.
Yep.
And Kalona's like, oh no. And then Nyx is like, oh no. And then, so it's like, Nyx, take a spirit gift to make her life again. And she's like, okay.
Vampires.
And she woke up vampire. And then Nyx was sad that she would be all alone as the only one of her kind. So Mother Earth is like, I will sow the seeds of this in all humans. I don't know how many of those that, you know, end up doing this will survive, but surely many will, which is, again, which is why some vampires
reject the change.
Because it's an unnatural change.
Mm-hmm. And they vow to never speak of this night again because Nyx doesn't want her children to know that they're a mistake.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
which is
that's right
dumb.
as well. Because then before that as well, Erebus rocks up and he's like, "Oh, is the task happening? Oh, I see what you did. Well, I got you kittens."
Yeah. So cats are now bonded to vampires because of his gift, and yeah, the Earth Mother told the shaman to do it, and he dies and is the Black Bull. Bum bum bum.
Yeah. Which fucking dumb.
Which is weird. You would think that
if the White Bull already exists.
Yeah, you would think that the bull's origins happened at the same with, because they're two sides of the same coin, much like Kalona and Erebus are.
Yep.
And generally, both sides of the coin are made at the same time.
Yep.
Apparently not.
Mm-hmm. And then we have like eons of time jump.
Yep, and they do a thing, and then Kalona goes with Nyx to do a guest appearance at the opening of the first House of Night.
Yep.
And he gets cross about the cats.
Yep.
And
it's butthurt.
Yeah, and that's right as well, because the bull also said, all I want from you in return is for you, like when he was like giving advice, was like, all I want from you in return is you to give me access to Nyx's realm. And Kalona's like, how absolutely dare you?
Yeah.
No. And he's like, well, the angrier you get, the more I can come in. So.
And you can show off to Nyx how great of a warrior you are because you keep fighting me off. Which you think that's the reason that he falls. It's not. It's literally because he doesn't talk to Nyx and he's like, I'm jealous of Erebus, get rid of him. And Nyx is like, no, you should just leave.
Yeah, and until you're willing to accept him being in my life, you can go.
Yeah.
And then she has the fucking audacity to be upset about it.
Yep.
When literally all she had to say is, but he's, look, boyfriend, best friend. Boyfriend, best friend. Want to fuck, don't want to fuck. No, she doesn't. It's been a centuries-long insecurity for him.
Exactly. And so he's finally like, get Erebus out. I can't have him here.
Yeah, he has literally held his tongue for eons.
Yep. And yes, Kalona didn't fall. He was pushed. Pushed him right down the stairs into Earth.
Yep. And then when he landed, his wings were black.
Yep.
And then Erebus Erebus promises Nyx that one day he will help Kalona earn Nyx's forgiveness. I don't think he did anything yet that needs forgiving.
No, because she doesn't even know that he let darkness in to the other world, and he
didn't do it on purpose.
No,
he didn't open the door. He just got angry, and his anger pushed the door open a little bit.
Yeah. So
yeah,
Nyx is the reason all of this bullshattery is happening. All this whole series.
Yeah, or because she couldn't say we're just friends. 3 words.
Yep.
We're just friends.
Yep. And then we don't stand anymore.
Yes. # blame Nyx. Maggie is right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's all her fault.
I understand why she loves Zoe so much now.
Don't we all?
Because they're the same person. Yes. Oh, you want me to be monogamous? How fucking dare you?
Yo. I just can't believe that they approach polygamous relationships and the fine balance and delicacy it would take to have a successful one.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like, fuck all that. No, everyone just has to be okay. And if they're not okay, they're evil.
Yep.
Or they're a bad person.
Yep.
And it's like, there's a reason why most people are, monogamous.
Right. Yeah. Well,
because that's the expectation you have when you get into a relationship, unless explicitly stated
prior.
Well, every single polyamorous, I guess, relationship in this series is like non-consensual.
Yeah. It's Zoe cheating.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, okay, when Stark came into the picture after he, turned all red and shit, he knew at that point in time what he was getting into. He knew that she was with Eric. He knew that she was with Heath, imprinted with Heath, and he swore himself to her. So he knew what he was getting into at that point.
Yes.
When Zoe and Heath
okay with it overall.
Yeah. When Zoe and Heath re-imprinted, Heath knew, I mean, like, obviously as well, it was that if I don't do this, she'll die, but he knew what the consequences of that would be as well, of him doing it. Yeah. However, Eric did not consent to any of it.
No.
Right.
She unilaterally decided to bring 2 other men into their relationship.
Yep.
And now Eric, at this point in the series, is like the most evil person ever.
Because he wants to leave. Because he doesn't want to be involved in this bullshit.
Yeah. And they've all just treated Eric like they have all they see Shaylin talking to Eric and they're like, oh my God, does she even know that he had the audacity to say, can I be your one and only? Pretty pleased with the cherry on top.
Yeah.
And does she know that he walked into a room with another girl when he was single?
Yeah.
How absolutely dare he?
Like a fucking crazy person.
Does she know that he's uber controlling just because he wants someone to be monogamous? I don't.
I feel so bad that Eric is this series' Ben.
Yeah, for sure. Where you're just like, protect Eric. He didn't, because he does nothing wrong.
Yeah, I would say he has one major character flaw, and that was getting back with Zoe after he walked in on her fucking Lauren.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That for sure. But
that was a youthful indiscretion. Like it was a whoopsie doodle, and he learned from it. He was just like, no, like after they broke up 2 days after they got back together.
Yeah, like they broke up pretty much immediately because she was like, I can't. Like Heath exists, therefore I have to want to be with him, just because he breathes air.
Yeah. And I mean, at least, okay, like at least Zoe in the last book decides, no, I just want to be with Stark.
Yes, she finally chooses monogamy over Heath.
But that was after she was, again, how absolutely dare you over him saying, look, I know he has Heath's soul in him, but he's not Heath, and can we not go down this route again? Because I I was cool with it as much as I could be
when I was the third party coming into it.
Yeah, when you two were imprinted and he was the person you'd known your entire life, I dealt with that as best as I could, but now it's not him.
Yeah.
And can we not? And she's like, how absolutely dare you?
Yep. Because fuck anyone who wants monogamy.
It takes Aurochs being like, you understand that I'm not fucking Heath, right? Like, you can you comprehend that, yes? And she's like, what?
She's like, oh shit, yeah, no, he's not Heath, is he? Okay, I'll take Stark.
No, bitch.
You know,
he's not Heath.
And one thing I also still just haven't forgiven them for, well, A, the existence of the Pescetti song, but B, the fact that Aurochs knew the Pescetti song and the dance to it. How would he know that? They're not supposed to have memories.
Yeah, no, they're not.
I don't like it.
I don't either, but
that scene's over with now. We don't have.
Yes, yeah. I mean, yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna get flashbacks when I read the next book though, because I think I've said this a couple times, but when I first read Redeemed, I was about halfway through it, went to bed, and then woke up next day. Sydney Siege, like terrorist thing was happening. And then Stixie's car broke down, so I had to go and pick him up. And I'd been listening to the news all day, and I was like, I need a break from hostage situations, please.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the book. And then I went to the book, and it's a hostage situation.
Yes,
and I'm just like, oh my God.
The whole book is a hostage situation.
It's the most ridiculous. I mean, the thing that got me through it wasn't a realistic one.
No, it wasn't realistic at all.
Like, I'm just like, at least it's poorly written. It doesn't hit as close to home.
No, it doesn't. Because nothing about it makes sense.
No, everything. Oh, God. Oh, I cannot wait to rant about Nefert's perspective on Saturday. That's all I'm going to say.
There's so much to say about it.
And how far into it are you?
I'm done.
No, oh, no.
Her? She's like halfway through?
That way. I'm having the same issue as well.
Yeah.
Because we listened to part of it together, and then I was just like...
I want to say you're halfway through. I want to say you're about on chapter 14.
Yeah. And we listened to it about halfway.
Yeah.
And then I kind of tapped out.
Yeah, you're like, I'm House of Knighted out right now.
Yeah, I was like, I can't take anymore.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do a binge listen on Friday. I'm dreading it. I kind of want the world to end tomorrow so I don't have to.
I am mostly dreading the Otherworld series. Because Redeemed ends on a note where I'm like, this could just end and never be talked about again. But we have to talk about it again, apparently.
Yeah, well, it was supposed to be the end. It even said the end, really.
For real this time, yeah.
Like, they told us it was for real. It was for real the end. Although we should have known better than to believe them, because as soon as they've said the end, really, the epilogue starts.
Yeah, that's also true. And it's a long epilogue. Like, it is a long one.
Like, who puts the end before the epilogue?
I want to see.
Like, not the ending of the story, like the words, the end.
Yeah, they gave it a solid 3-year break, and then they were like, fuck it. We're coming back. And I'm like, why? You should have given a real life 3-year time jump then.
I was saying that all of this makes me want, at the end of Elder, to put the end for now.
Don't.
But
I don't think I can defile my books like that.
You will not. You absolutely will not.
Just to say it in a different way. Say it in a more eloquent way.
I will go on the dark web and hire an assassin.
That's fair.
Maggie says do it, though.
Wait. I just put in our tax return form today. So we got the cash coming in. I'm pretty, hitmen aren't that expensive. I will do it.
Edition.
You know what? Because there are going to be special editions. There is going to be a special edition trilogy that's like a signed copy set on my website. That one will have the end for now in it. That's what I'll do.
I will do it. But Kalona's happy. Look at him. Look at me go.
Okay, Maggie, here's what I'll do. Here's what I'll do instead. So the Bae doesn't, because she's not kidding. She will do it.
I will hire an assassin.
She will. Here's what I'll do.
I so hope you're not murdered at any point, because
there is video evidence now of.
I'll write it into Maggie's. That's what I'll do.
Maggie, I will even buy Mara a copy.
That said, you might not know where to address it to because I could be moving. I don't know yet. We'll see. I'll know in a month if I'm moving. I don't want to, but I might.
So is that...
That's Kalona's Fall, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Yay!
And we will be back on Saturday
with the final House of Night book in season 1.
Yay!
Yay!
Then we have 3 more, and then a year, and then 1 more.
We're almost fucking done.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to get happy yet.
Yeah, because Otherworld's gonna be really bad. Just based on non-spoiler Goodreads reviews, Otherworld is so bad.
Yeah, I'm not ready.
It's apparently the quality of writing is even worse.
Oh God, no! How? Oh, well. Also, I have I still need to track down the audiobook, but I have the ebook of the Digesters.
Yay!
So if you need that, Addie, I have it for you.
I'm not ready for that either. Okay. Anyway, Saturday, be there or be square. And we will see you guys then. Thank you guys